Hi everyone, I am Wafalango and welcome you all in Grammar in Detail. If you are new and not subscribed the channel, so please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get some more videos about grammar. Today we will be discussing the ditransitive verb supply from active voice into passive voice. Before starting this, we will put a glance on the definition of ditransitive verb. Di means to, transitive which can be changed into passive voice verb which shows an action. So those verbs which need two objects and can be changed in passive voice in how many ways? Four ways. We can change them in passive voice in four ways, are called di or ditransitive verbs. Ditransitive verbs need one direct object and one indirect object. Direct object means all non-livings and indirect object means all livings. So whatever the non-livings we have are known as the direct object, and whatever the livings we have are known as the indirect object. Why do they need two objects? If you put one of the objects, the meaning won't be clear and understandable. If I say, and today we have got the verb that is known as supply. Supply means, over there as a ditransitive verb means to provide, to facilitate. Yes. Now if I make a sentence, suppose I say, you supply me. Now question arises, what do you supply me? And if I say you supply facilities, now a question again arises, whom do you supply the facilities? Means whom do you provide the facilities? So for that, both objects are necessary, and if you put both objects in one sentence, the meaning will be clear and understandable. Suppose if I say, you supply me facilities. Now you supply me what facilities? You supply facilities whom? To me. So for that, both objects are necessary. We mostly bring in direct object, means the living one at the beginning and non-living at the end. But if you want to shuffle the places, keep in your mind indirect object. Me will be followed by a preposition, and that preposition is known as to for the word supply. Example will be as followed: you supply facilities to me. So these are the two ways to change it into active voice. Now see, if direct object and then indirect object will be followed by a preposition to me. So these are the two ways to change them into active voice. Our main target, how we are going to change it into passive voice, in four ways. Before starting that, we have got today the modal auxiliary verb could, where we will be changing our sentences. And before this we have already discussed must, and then after that we discussed modal auxiliary verb ought to, and then we discussed should. After should we discussed can. Now we will be discussing about could. Now see, must is used for an action where you've got the 100% possibility of an action. Ought to is less stressable than must, it is used for 85. Should is used for 75, it is less stressable than ought to and must. And can is used for 50%, and could, it is used, we study actually modal auxiliary verbs in two levels, in primary level and secondary level. Primary level you will be learning their usages, and it is used as the past of can, but you can use it in a secondary level as the present of could, as the present of can. Could will give the meaning of 40%. So here it will be used as 40%, and you can say it is more polite way than can, and it is less stressable than can. And simple sentences, we have got those sentences which make simple statement. They could supply us facilities, they could supply facilities to us. So this is what, they could provide us facilities, they could provide facilities to us. These are the two ways to change them into active voice. Main target, how we are going to change it into passive voice. While changing it into passive voice, when you bring they in the place of object, you make it by them. So over there most of the students thinks that it is object, but keep in your mind it isn't object, it is called agent. And because in object something is done, and over there something is not done to them, actually by them this action is being done, so that is called your agent. And what is the definition of agent? It tells us who does an action. So by them the action is being done, so over there they are the doer of an action. And when you bring object us, whether indirect object or the facilities direct object, in the place of subject us you make we, and facilities as it is. So here over here it is no doubt called subject, but it is not called the doer of an action subject, but it will be called title and topic subject. And what is title and topic subject definition? a person, place, or a thing in a sentence which we are talking about. Now see, we are in first and second sentence we are talking about a person, about persons, and in third and fourth we are talking about things, means the facilities. So this is what that is known as the title and topic subject. And when you bring the indirect object at the beginning in first and second sentence, so by them comes at the beginning, facilities at the end, facilities at the beginning, by them at the end. Facilities you bring third and fourth sentence, so by them comes at the beginning, to us at the end, to us at the beginning, by them at the end. So these are the 4 ways to change them into passive voice. Now sentences will be as followed: we could be supplied by them facilities, we could be supplied facilities by them, facilities could be supplied by them to us, facilities could be supplied to us by them. So these are the 4 ways to change them into passive voice. Next we have got the negative sentences. Those sentences in which we deny the statement, reject the statement, refuse the statement are called negative sentences. They could not supply us facilities, they could not supply facilities to us, and we could not be supplied by them facilities, we could not be supplied facilities by them, facilities could not be supplied by them to us, facilities could not be supplied to us by them. Next we have got interrogative sentences. Those sentences in which we ask question, put queries are called interrogative sentences. Could they supply us facilities, could they supply facilities to us, could we be supplied by them facilities, could we be supplied facilities by them, could facilities be supplied by them to us, could facilities be supplied to us by them. Next we have got the formal sentences. Those sentences in which we ask questions, deny the statement, we ask them in a formal way, polite way, respective way are called formal sentences. Could they not supply us facilities, could they not supply facilities to us, could we not be supplied by them facilities, could we not be supplied facilities by them, could facilities not be supplied by them to us, could facilities not be supplied to us by them. Last we have got informal sentences. Those sentences in which we ask questions, deny the statement, we ask them in an informal way. We use it with our juniors, youngers, and to whom you are close with in a friendly atmosphere. Could not short form is couldn't. Couldn't they supply us facilities, couldn't they supply facilities to us, couldn't we be supplied by them facilities, couldn't we be supplied facilities by them, couldn't facilities be supplied by them to us, couldn't facilities be supplied to us by them. So these are the sentences of ditransitive verb supply with modal auxiliary verb could. Hope you got today's lecture. Wish you best of luck. See you next time with next lecture. Goodbye.